This has been like a super highly requested video, surprisingly. But I thought I would do it because I am doing my foundation today. Yes, there will be a tutorial on this eye look. I just filmed it, so expect one of that soon. I went ahead and primed my face already with MakeUpForEver's HD primer in number 6. And then the color that I use in the actual foundation is 153. I can pass for 128. 128 is closer to like NC40-ish. Clearly, I'm very olive and very golden, so I personally prefer 153 because of how it actually warms up to my skin and it oxidizes a little bit better. I usually do 2 pumps because 1 pump is just like not enough. Like the pump's actually kind of small, but you can get away with 1 pump. I can sometimes, it just depends. So I'm using the buffing brush from Real Techniques. I usually like smaller ones to kind of do like all these like little baby circles because it makes it part of my skin, and as you can tell, God, like seriously, like look how smooth this looks. A lot of people love this foundation, and I do feel like sometimes it is kind of overrated, don't get me wrong. And I think that's the beauty of it because it's an easy kind of go-to sort of foundation for a lot of people. And it's something that, yes, you can use every day, especially for those who are concerned with like imperfections and such. It's just kind of a very brainless foundation. So a lot of people love this foundation. There is absolutely no way in hell that you cannot have a shade in this foundation. There's so many colors, and there's so many undertones. So definitely you will find your shade in this foundation. So as you can tell, it just literally made everything look so super smooth. It looks fine, but it looks extra smooth and perfected on this side. You know what I mean? It's very camera friendly. And I like using a brush that is sort of flimsy but dense at the same time, so that it kind of allows me to buff without it like feeling like it's kind of rubbing against my skin. This is a very fluid foundation, so I mean some people even have called it watery, and I was like, it's not watery, but okay. It is a very fluid foundation because it blends very well. It's supposed to become, you know, kind of part of your skin and just sort of diffuse imperfections away. So for those of you who have like a lot of acne scarring, you're probably gonna really love this foundation. If you have like acne scarring, textured skin, basically skin that you feel like just every time it's in pictures you can like really see the texture, you'll probably adore this foundation. I did 1 good coat. I actually still have a ton left on my hand, so I would say that you could get away with 1 pump, maybe 1.5. So that's it for that baby. And then I am going to go ahead and do my concealer. Today I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear just because I have clearly like a full-blown eye makeup look going on right now. And I do need a little bit of extra cleanup and highlight. I try to really control this pump because this stuff gets a little crazy. But in any case, anytime I do use this foundation, for some reason I prefer using it with the Pro Longwear than my Estee Lauder Double Wear or my NARS Radiant Creamy. I don't know what it is with the two of these, but it just makes my skin look so finished. Like this is the perfect kind of foundation you want when like you have like an uber special, you know, occasion, if you will, and you're not used to wearing something like overly finished. It's perfect for that. So I'm just going to kind of dot a little bit right under there. This stuff covers so much, it's ridiculous. And then I'm just going to kind of feather it this way and clean up all this crap from my eyeshadow. Look how much cleaner it looks. Thank God. And I'm going to clean up just a touch right there and blend this into my shadow so it doesn't look all cray. Like it just blends together. I don't know what it is. Mirror. This stuff is just amazing. It could also be the concealer. I love this concealer so much. It is worth every penny. It does come in a very tedious glass bottle, but I honestly just love how much it covers, and it wears so well throughout the day. I never ever have to worry about like looking in the mirror and like, oh, it's separated, or oh, I need to touch up. Like it's always just so perfect, like no matter what I do. So this is like a perfect brainless concealer for those of you who don't want to think about how much your concealer's covering, whether or not it's lasting, etc. And I just kind of feather a little bit of that extra right in the middle. Around my Anytime I use this foundation, I choose one of 2 powders. It's going to be one of the MakeUpForEver ones for sure. Sometimes on a more hot day, I usually grab the Duo Matte because the HD can wear off a little bit on some skin. Me personally, it doesn't wear off that much. I don't know why people always say, oh, it never lasts on me. I never experienced it with that, but I do know people who are more oily find that it wears off a little quicker. So I definitely recommend using a primer with it and some kind of mattifying agent with it, whether it's your powder or your primer or your moisturizer, whatever it is. So for those of you who are more combo oily or oily, I recommend a mattifying powder. I personally love the Duo Matte with this finish. It looks amazing. But today I'm going for a more glowy look, so I'm actually going to grab the Pro Finish from MakeUpForEver, and I use shade number 123. You guys can't see that. But I use shade 123. It's perfect for me. And then if I do the Duo Matte, which clearly it's kind of gone, I do the 209. I love the MakeUpForEver HD foundation with the Duo Matte. It's like one of the most perfect combinations. Even if you are more on the drier side, it just looks beautiful together. But just because I'm looking for a less matte finish today, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Pro Finish. Either one is usually what I grab, so just FYI. Most of the time I am grabbing the Duo Matte because I love the finish that it gives. But for today, just because of the look I'm going for, I'm grabbing the Pro Finish. And this just finishes everything and makes everything just look so seamless and beautiful. I love it. Of course, I always have to put some kind of bronzer on. I'm going to go ahead and use Benefit's Hoola. I usually use my NYX Matte Bronzer or BareMinerals High Dive or this one. So today I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to do some minimal contouring, nothing too crazy. Just a little bit, just like that. Because I want a softer appearance on my face today. Generally when I wear this foundation, it's usually on a day when I'm like overly makeup-y. So this is like what I use when I want like full-blown face of makeup, like we're talking MAC Studio Fix Fluid level, which I never really do, to be honest, but just for the sake of today and how I'm looking, that's what I happen to grab. Okay. Then for my cheeks, I'm going to keep it pretty soft. I'm not going to go overly crazy. I'm going to go ahead and use my Cheeky Bronze MSF just to add a nice little glow. Anytime I am doing really dramatic eyes or I want the attention to be on my eyes, I definitely keep a softer cheek going on. And just because I'm looking for more of a glow today, this is enough for me. If you do want to do a blush and you insist on doing blush, go for it and do something else. But this is usually what I'm grabbing. Like I grab some kind of soft blush. And for my highlight, I'm going to use Superb. This is one of the Extra Dimension skin finishes. And then I'm just going to take that with some kind of like really small detail brush. I love this stuff. Like this stuff is absolutely amazing. I could not live without this stuff. Like this, I needed this in my collection. It was ridiculous. If you are into like overly glowy, this is for you. Down my nose. There you go. And then of course I set with my finishing spray or setting spray, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same to me. I forgot to show that I set underneath my eyes. Sorry, just kidding. But I set underneath my eyes with MAC's Prep and Prime. Sorry, for some reason the camera didn't film that part. And then of course I finished with my Urban Decay All Nighter all over just to kind of add the glow right back. I love how my face looks every time I use HD. The problem is I never really reach for it because it just makes my skin look overly finished, and I only do it when I'm doing like a more dramatic eye look or if I'm like going out and I need to look absolutely perfect. So I actually don't grab that foundation very often, but some of you had asked for a review on it or just like some kind of demo with it, so I figured I would include it in the Flawless Face series because this is one of my favorite foundations. I will do an actual review if you guys want it, so just let me know. Thumbs up the video, comment it down below, let me know if you guys want an actual full-blown review on this. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later.